Hello and welcome to the video. You join me at Dameral's Motorcycles in Cornwall, the start and finish point for the 2022 RidercamTV ride out. Mark and Toby hosted the day for some of their YouTube subscribers and viewers, and let's not forget the Cornish Stig for her sterling work throughout the day. Mark and Toby provided GPX files for the route. The files were downloadable from the RidercamTV website. They also used the drop-off system to mark changes in direction along the route. Here we see Toby marking the first direction change on the route. The system works by having a lead and rear rider who stay in those positions. Each participant takes a turn at being a marker. The positions are identified by the lead rider, and the rider immediately behind the lead takes the indicated position. They stay at that point until the rear rider reaches them, at which point they rejoin the ride in the second to last position. The positions rotate along the line of riders. That way everyone gets a turn and the route is effectively marked. The planned route covered around 70 miles and consisted of dual carriageways, A and B roads and single track lanes, giving an excellent riding experience that was suitable for all rider levels. The route was essentially a loop that took in parts of the north and south Cornish coastlines, starting and finishing near St Column. We headed south past Fradden and on towards the Roseland Heritage Coast. On reaching the coastline we headed east towards Pennar and Gorran Haven. Turning north and then northeast we approached St Austell. Next we headed northwest towards Padstow. After reaching the North Cornish coast we headed southwest towards Newquay and then completed the loop back to Dameral's Motorcycles. A great day's ride with some beautiful scenery. Given that it is the 20th of August and at the height of the tourist season, there is relatively little traffic. I think Mark and Toby have picked a great route that avoids the more congested roads. It is only when we approach the bigger towns and smaller coastal villages that we encounter some traffic. Touched lucky with the weather. It only rained for about 10 minutes during the morning brief. After that it stayed dry. Although it was overcast, the temperature ranged between a comfortable 19 and 24 degrees throughout the ride. Here is my first marker point. Marking isn't that onerous. Each rider only had to mark 2 or 3 points over the day, depending on their initial position at the start of the ride. To me, the drop-off system works well. It allows those people who do not have a sat-nav to have confidence in the route. Even when you have a sat-nav, issues can arise. That means being able to fall back on the drop-off system is a bonus. My own sat-nav kept trying to reroute me back to the first waypoint, which became frustrating, leading me to switch off the sat-nav. Getting the signal from the rear marker, I rejoined the ride in the second to last position. This is the A3078 heading towards the Roseland Heritage Coast. The roads are still a little damp and in places quite muddy, whilst other spots had a good deal of gravel, making for interesting sections. This road being a case in point, the single track aspect of the road added a new element to the ride. I really enjoyed the different roads we took. This lane reminds me of some of the scenes in the Game of Thrones, with its overarching tree line. Some of the lanes had interesting twists and sweeping bends that required a variety of different speeds. After following Pendower Road for a short time, we reached the coast at Corn Beach. The seascape here is spectacular. Mark and Toby live in a beautiful part of the country. Not jealous at all. I'm a little surprised at how empty the beach is given it is mid-August. A nice steep twisty climb away from the beach here. Some of these villages are really quaint. I wonder what they are like out of season. Here we are in the fishing village of Portlow, along the coast near Jacker Point. The southwest coast path runs along the coastline here for some distance. As you can imagine, there are some spectacular views. Coming out of the village and heading towards St Austell along some more interesting single track lanes. I think there will be another 2 videos in this series. Be sure to check out the official RidercamTV video of this event. I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching.